Come with me to see one of the best perks of El Salvador, how to get really good quality, all natural, and affordable dental care. Let's go.
Now you all know I'm all about transparency in my channel. And yes, this video is sponsored by Natural Dent, but it's not what you think. I approached them because they are one of the biggest sponsors for Casa de Vida, or the shelter for pregnant, abused girls in El Salvador. I support multidimensional businesses that aren't just about supporting their clients, making money, but also about making El Salvador a better place for everyone. The office is simple to get to, and right at the top of the stairs, you get to go straight in.
Hola. ¿Cómo está? Mucho gusto. So we are here because about 30 years ago, when I was 17, I chipped this tooth right here. And my dentist at the time, who was awesome, put this red composite veneer over the top. And it has lasted for 30 years, which is amazing because usually they don't last that long. But recently, the back top has kind of chipped off, so there's a ledge. And I'm concerned about a cavity starting in there. So I came into Dr. Limas, and she is going to help replace this composite veneer. And also, since I'm here anyway, I have a little chip in this other front tooth, and she's gonna fix that up really quick too. So here we go.
The focus at Natural Dent is to restore your smile without breaking the bank. In order to make sure you feel completely at ease with whatever procedure you are there to have, Dr. Limas uses the screens above your chairs to show you exactly what will be happening during your procedure. And also, screens can be a great distraction for your anxiety. They use state-of-the-art technologies like digital x-rays to perform fillings, veneers, laminates, bridges, crowns, wisdom teeth extraction, root canals, and even implants and dentures.
Dr. Limas, and she's going to explain the process that I'm going to go through.
Hello, my name is Laura Lemos. Con ella vamos a trabajar los dos dientes anteriores que tiene un poquito quebrados y ya tuvo previamente una resina hace muchos años, y ahora vamos a cambiarla para mejorar y para proteger el diente. Le explicaba yo que tenemos dos tipos de procedimiento. Están los que nosotros llamamos laminado de resina, que en inglés le llaman composite veneers o resin veneers, y lo hacemos directamente en la oficina. Las ventajas son que es corto el tiempo en el que lo hacemos el cambio, es más estético que un veneers de laboratorio y es de más bajo costo. La desventaja, por llamarlo así, es única, exclusiva, que tiene que tratar de no comer cosas duras con los dientes de enfrente. Okay. Por lo demás, es muy estético. Cuando lo necesita cambiar, no es tan grande, que es manchas o está un poco quebrado, es lo más que yo más recomiendo. En el caso de que el paciente tenga un defecto mucho más grande, como manchas, una fractura muy grande o espacios entre los dientes y quiera mejorar la estética, en ese caso sí recomendamos el veneers que va al laboratorio. Así de que vamos a tomar unas fotos de cómo estamos ahora, siempre lo hacemos, tomamos color y tomamos una foto del después para que se vea el cambio.
So let's go.
I was surprised that she started with a Vaseline around my lips to make sure they didn't get dried out or cracked during the procedure. Then, because fake teeth and normal teeth do not always whiten the same, she did a whitening procedure first on my teeth in order to make sure the color match was perfect.
How do you feel, Jenny? Good? Okay. Excellent.
That took about 20 minutes, and then on to fixing up my teeth. She showed me the technology she uses in order to make sure that the color is exactly the right color for the rest of my teeth and to match the rest of my mouth. Now on to shaping and forming my new two front teeth. At first, I kind of felt like I had two big rabbit teeth, but then she shaved and grinded it down till they were just the perfect size of what I wanted.
Oh, Oh, qué rico. Me encanta. What do you guys think? Do they look good? I think they look awesome. Because I didn't want them to look like, sometimes, you know, veneers, they'll look, all your teeth look fake because they look like too perfect. And nobody's teeth are that perfect. But what I like about just doing these teeth individually, just to help them just a little bit, hello, they're not too perfect. They still look like real natural teeth. So, yeah, I think they turned out great. What do you guys think? And I'm super happy with Dr. Lemus. She and her husband Alejandro are awesome, great people. So if you are looking to get some work done, or you really need to get some work done, and honestly, prices in the US, or I should say prices up north, prohibitive to actually get it done up there, I totally recommend coming down and trying Natural Dent.
Oh, excellent. She look beautiful.
You think? I am so happy with my procedure. There's my teeth. This whole process was way easier than I thought. It took about an hour total. No anesthetics, no pain, no, you know, no sensitivity. My bite is fine. I can go eat if I want. Granted, I'm gonna be smart and not try and chomp on a carrot or an apple, but I can go eat. And most of all, I didn't have to get procked and prodded. There was just no pain. There's no pain. And there was no, sometimes you know how you'll get tons of like the chemicals and the stuff in the back of your throat and you're like, ah, I'm trying not to swallow this, and you're waiting to spit. Didn't have any problem with that either, because the assistant was always on it, always taking up anything that fell in the back of my mouth. So hallelujah. Super happy with the results. And super happy that after an hour I can go on and I have a whole day and I don't have to take the day off to recuperate or anything like that. So if you need any dental work done like this, or any major dental work done where you need implants or you have to replace a few teeth, highly, highly recommend come on down and see Dr. Laura Lemus of Natural Dent, because she's awesome.
Thank you, Jenny.
I'm Jenny Addy, shining my light so you can shine yours. See you guys next time.
Bye.
On the way out of the office, I met another gringo from the U.S. coming up the stairs for his follow-up appointment after his procedure to get implants with Dr. Lemus. And he was willing to share with me his story of how he saved thousands of dollars.
Okay, so we are here with one of Natural Dent's latest clients, Thad Yausling, and he's going to share with us a little bit about why he came down here and why he chose Natural Dent. So, Thad, where were you, say, 6 months ago?
Well, I obviously have recently retired in the United States. My dental bridge broke about a year ago.
Ooh.
And so they could not repair the bridge. So they had to remove my teeth. Mm-hmm. And so I started searching for the process of maybe getting implants or, you know, repairing my teeth. So
Some other alternative, yeah.
So I started looking around in the United States to find a dentist, and I went to about 3 or 4. Mm-hmm. And the prices blew me away, so I had to come up with a financial plan to be able to accomplish this.
Yeah, and in the States, where would you place yourself as far as economically? Bottom rung, middle rung? I mean, you have a decent career, you have a decent retirement, or are you living high, or where would you put yourself as far as identifying with the majority of retirees in the States?
I would say lower middle class, maybe. You know, nothing. I had a career, but the pension is not like millions of dollars, correct?
Yeah, yeah. So you're a middle class retiree and you're searching, and it was just like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Right?
Yeah. Yes. How am I going to accomplish this, right? And it would have required taking out big loans, selling off other assets that I have. And so, you know, this was a consideration. At that time, that was the only answer or a solution that I knew of.
So how did you end up in El Salvador, though?
I have a friend that I've known for 20 years back in the States, and he had been living in El Salvador for 3 years. And just by coincidence or not, I
Or
contacted
divine
him.
intervention, yeah.
I contacted him and we visited and we discussed a visit, right? You should come to El Salvador. I have a home. You can see the place. It's safe now. And so I agreed to come to El Salvador.
Wow. So you're just like, okay, I'll get my feet wet. I'll just see what it's like. Did he mention Natural Dent? Did he mention to come and get your problem fixed here?
Initially, no, because he wasn't aware of my situation. But as we talked more and I came to El Salvador, I explained my situation to him. And he had been a patient here.
Oh.
And so he highly recommended Lauren
Yeah.
for at least an appointment. Go visit her, see what she says. And so I scheduled an appointment while I was here the first time just to see what my options may be here.
Okay, cool. And after your interview, you're like, you felt, let's try it. Let's see.
I was very comfortable here at her office. I felt that she was, good, had her job. And so I said, okay, let's talk about the process and what it would take to accomplish this.
And what, for people that are really worried about the Spanish and the language barrier, what's your level of Spanish?
My level of Spanish is not very good. I started studying prior to my trip down here just to pick up words and things like that. But the language has not really been a barrier because there's Google Translate.
Exactly. You pull out your phone and you put it in there, and Google says it for you.
See?
So you haven't found that the language has been a big problem.
Not at all. And I find that most people, El Salvadorian people, they're very nice, right? And courteous.
Super humble.
They will help you.
Oh, yeah.
If you're got a question, you can ask somebody on the street. They'll be glad to help you.
And maybe a little bit of charades, but it's never, a lot of times in some other countries, it's almost like people get offended of like, well, why don't you learn my language? But here, at least in my experience here, I've seen that they're just tickled pink that you're even trying.
See, I agree with that. And so I'm trying to speak their language to, show respect, number one, and I'm in their country. But I've had no problems with the language barrier.
And what about when it comes to the other big hurdle, the other big what if, is HMOs and insurance and payments out of pocket? What have you experienced with that?
Well, I didn't want to use a dental plan that paid very little, right? So I basically, when I retired, I canceled my dental insurance portion of my health care because I knew that they weren't going to cover implants. It's
Yeah.
not covered by anybody.
No.
So insurance doesn't work in the United States.
And so when it comes down to it's all coming from you, then it comes down to looking for quality and price.
Quality and price is obviously the two biggest factors.
Yeah.
So, you want to consider all your options before you make a choice. And once I had met with the office here, they gave me the pricing structure, and you can do A, B, or C, the options. It was way cheaper.
Percentage wise, what would you say?
50%.
Over 50% cheaper to come here.
See,
And it wasn't just a one day. How has your experience been? It hasn't been just like fly down, come into the office, fly back. What has been your experience as far as being here for an extended amount of time in order to make sure that everything goes well?
Well, yes, the process of implants obviously requires surgery. And then there's a visit to check up to make sure everything is okay with the surgery. And of course, they put stitches in you to heal you up. So you have to basically stay about a total of 8 days in the country to get the implants put in.
And you're at the end of your 8 days?
Correcto.
Yep. And how are you feeling about going home?
I'm happy with the process here greatly. But I'm going to miss El Salvador.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. A lot of people come to visit and then they choose to stay. That's a common thread out there.
The trip down here was very economical. I rented an Airbnb for the 8 days, which the price was $60 a day, a little elevated because of the current events that are going on here in town. There's many thousands of people here in town for the Miss Universe. But $60 a night for a fully furnished apartment where I can do laundry and cook on my own. I chose a place that I could walk to the stores and shop for my own groceries. The prices on food are really reasonable.
Compared to the States.
Compared to
Yeah.
the United States. And I could go shopping in malls. Everything was in walking distance. The only time I needed to get an Uber was just to come to my dental office, which was only about 15 minutes away from my place. Not bad. So the cost savings with the cost of the trip, the Airbnb, or the food was still way cheaper.
It still doesn't
than
make
if
up
I-
50%.
It was
Yeah.
still way cheaper than what it would have cost me in the United States. And I ate good, I lived good, and I experienced life here in El Salvador with the people, which I thought was the value in coming here.
What was the biggest surprise, you would say?
I didn't really feel like there was a big surprise since I had been here before, so I knew what to expect. I guess I didn't know how much I would fall in love with the country.
Careful. Thank you so much.